with the Houston Texans. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
To throw on second is Watson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Adrian Claiborne in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. It was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Charles, let's step into a conversation about the Houston in 2017 as their offense comes back onto the field here. But just 1-9 in their last 10 games, finished 4-12. You and I know, though, injuries really ravaged this team.
Absolutely destroyed this team. And look, we focus on Deshaun Watson, the quarterback, and rightly so. He's probably going to be the rookie of the year. But when it started for injuries, it was defense. J.J. Watt, perennial all-pro, goes out early. Whitney Merciless, double-digit sack guy out. Brian Cushing, starting linebacker, out. When you start totaling up the injuries they have through the year, it's almost amazing that they made it through the entire season able to play the schedule. So that's what you're looking at with the Texans, who have been a defense-first team. If they can get everyone back healthy, playing to their level, and get Deshaun Watson back sparking the offense, optimism will be high in 2018.
To throw is Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A first down carry now for Miller. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
But that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Grady Jarrett busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Second down, here's Watson. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth. Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. When the Falcons defense stands tall, they'll get the football back. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon, it's the Falcons. On 2nd down, Freeman. And we'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. DJ Reader with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
He'll look to throw. Muscles him off. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It'll be a pickup of just 2. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And an alley to run. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Watson on 1st down. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there on 1st as a screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now Watson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike. But that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And they'll run for it with Miller. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. Lamar Miller stops short of the sticks. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Falcons taking over on offense in just a second. And, you know, this year ended in disappointing fashion. Now, last year was the ultimate version of heartbreak. But if you're a Falcon fan, this one was tough to swallow as well, wasn't it?
It certainly was.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd down, Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Ryan. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the gun, it's Ryan. And Jones hands it over the middle. 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 68 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they have the football that will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, as the first half is winding down, and the Falcons will add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. But before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Here we go.
The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Lamar Miller, 30. Past the 20, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's in the game.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's going to be run over, hit hard as he'll be marked down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Watson. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. And that is incomplete.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down, take the completion, keep moving.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the